Since the 2.4 update will be Lantern Rite, it's only safe to assume that our beloved Adepti will be rerunning. With the new character Vanquish 2 banner mechanic, which I explained in TikTok, that'll also link in the description below, there's now going to be 2 rerun banners happening simultaneously. You can probably see where I'm going with this. I believe GANYU and XIAO will be rerunning at the same time in the next update. With that being said, I can already hear the screams of free-to-play and low spenders, but there's no need to worry, as this video will hopefully help you figure out which character is better for you and your account. A quick disclaimer, if you love any of these characters because of their lore, character design, or personality, you should definitely pull for them because your enjoyment of a character is definitely more important than whether they're meta or not. With that out of the way, let's begin comparing their playstyles. As you probably know, XIAO uses a polearm, making him very close combated and melee ranged. He has to get right beside his enemy in order to plunge and deal proper damage. Using his ult also drains 2% of his HP every single second, so if you're using him, he's definitely more risky, especially if you don't have a shield. As for Miss GANYU, she uses a bow, so you can honestly just shoot a Hilichurl across to that and it would work completely fine. In other words, you can attack from a safe distance. However, to deal proper damage, you have to wait for her arrow to charge up to the 2nd level, and sometimes the enemies move a lot, knocking GANYU out of her charge attack stance, so again, using her without a shield can get pretty irritating. Moving on to their elements, XIAO wields an Animo Vision, which is generally more neutral and support oriented, which can actually help in his case because in the Spiral Abyss floors, there's usually enemies like Abyss Mages, so using XIAO there would be incredibly easy as he just plunges while swirling their shields, and all the enemies are going to be dead by the time his ult has ended. As for GANYU, she wields a Cryo Vision, which is generally more favored for the DPS characters, and it also allows her to open up a few teams like Melt and Freeze. In terms of flexibility, XIAO is definitely a main DPS. He's a greedy damage dealer that needs to stay on field in order to keep plunging and annihilating his enemies. Nothing in his kit allows him to support or change roles, which is understandable as he completely excels in what he does best: plunging and killing everything on sight. GANYU can deal insane damage with her charge shots, but her ult is also very unique. She creates an icy radius that continuously drops cryo crystals, and anyone standing inside the radius gains a 20% cryo damage bonus. Her kit is very flexible, so for if whatever reason you don't feel like using her as a main DPS, she could always support the team as well. Overall, choosing the character that you have an emotional attachment to is definitely going to bring you the most joy. They both have amazing AoE attacks and have been holding their spots in terms of best DPS very consistently ever since they've been released in the early stages of the game. Comment below who you're pulling for, and on YouTube I read most of my comments, so let's have a discussion.